Welcome back to Management Voice, the audio edition. In this episode, we look at two important shifts in India's fiscal thinking, one from the ground up, as the workforce transforms through gig platforms, AI, and skilling reforms, and one from the outside in, as global disruptions push India to revisit how it secures energy, tech, and its own economic sovereignty. Let's begin. India is changing, not just in how it grows, but in who is working and how. In this article, C.A. Jean-Paul draws attention to the country's fast-evolving labor market. With gig platforms employing over 12 million people, traditional assumptions behind fiscal planning that workers are formal, salaried, and protected are no longer reliable. C.A. Jean walks us through the structural problems. 80% of workers still remain in informal jobs. Social protection has improved, but still excludes many gig and platform workers. Even landmark reforms like the 2025 labor codes, while progressive, are only partially implemented, especially when it comes to workers who drive, deliver, or code from app-based platforms. But the article doesn't stop at the problem. It presents a vision. Skilling budgets have doubled, and 5 new national centers of excellence are coming. The Code on Social Security now mandates platform companies to contribute to a gig worker fund. Digital infrastructure like Aadhaar, UPI, and account aggregators can finally link informal work with formal finance. C.A. Jean-Paul's takeaway is clear. India must invest in inclusion. Fiscal policy cannot remain blind to the informal majority. It must actively shape systems that deliver protection, productivity, and public value all at once. From the shop floor to the shipping lane, fiscal thinking today needs a strategic lens. Dr. C.A. Shantakumar K. opens by diagnosing a world that has fundamentally changed. The rules of globalization are breaking down. Supply chains are politicized. And India's deep reliance on imported energy, fertilizers, and rare minerals now exposes it to geopolitical shocks, not just price fluctuations. This article calls for a new fiscal doctrine, what he calls supply-side structuralism. Fast-track energy exploration, biofuels, and rare earth corridor development. Shift freight from road to rail to reduce diesel use and subsidies. Invest in sovereign platforms for tech and AI to reduce overdependence on foreign tools. But it's not just about production. It's about resilience. Dr. Shantakumar reminds us, building self-reliance in critical sectors will be expensive. Margins will shrink. But that's the price of sovereignty in today's fragmented world. A new fiscal compact must allow India to spend strategically, not just prudently. Because in this era, security is economic, and economics is geopolitical. From balancing gig work and formalization to rethinking how India spends for sovereignty, Episode 3 brings together two powerful perspectives. One looking inward at India's workers, the other outward at its place in the world. You've been listening to Management Voice, the audio edition, brought to you by Dhanlaxmi Bank, Elite Foods, Yogakshamam Loan Limited, Legion Green Tech, and Sun Medical and Research Center.